and the Sand Guardian, Guardian of the Sand.
Poseidon quivers before him!
Fuck off!
Reactor, tight security. Watch out for enemy patrols.
Look at this. Look at this health bar. Look at this dog's health bar. You fucking dog tamer Inaros. Yes, that's a build. You select that a Warframe builder. Yeah, you get your top rated in 15 seconds. You play this guy when you just don't want to die. You want to do sorties, take a Karist, you don't die. You want to do endless survival, you take a Karist, you don't die. You want to do Conclave, don't do Conclave. Inaros' passive is Undying, and it might be the most complicated passive in the game. Besides this guy. Can't wait for that one. This shit has two parts. One, Inaros doesn't enter a bleed out state like most Warframes. Instead, he buries himself alive and leeches health from enemies, or if you're feeling particularly douchey, allies. If he drains enough health, he automatically revives himself. This is usually completely useless because the little circle that needs to fill up is based on the percentage of an enemy's stolen health, meaning that if an enemy is strong enough to break through your hunky man meat, probably can't do enough damage to them to get back up. 2. Killing enemies with any finisher will restore 20% of your maximum health.
What the fuck?
You would give something like this to a frame with 2200 base health at rank 30 base health. With a maxed vitality, that's 4620 health. 924 health every time you perform a finisher with one mod. You pair this guy with a way to reliably proc finishers, like Excalibur with a blind, or maybe Inaros' one is Desiccation.
Pocket sand!
No, we're not doing that one. Inaros flings some sand in a wave in front of him, dealing meh damage, and applying a meh damage over time effect that has a bit of lifesteal attached to it. If the sand wave hits an enemy from the front, it blinds them and opens them up to finishers.
Oh my god.
You can get through most sortie 3s with nothing but this ability and a dagger with covert lethality unless it's Corpus because you can't stab the damn Moas. Dale Gribble's 2 is Devour. Inaros pulls in a target and just fucking eats them. Where are you going, buddy? This is the longest single target CC ability in the game, so there's that. The damage on Devour is pretty not that great, but it does heal you and make you completely invincible. Yeah, if the target is killed by Devour, they will be resurrected as a sand shadow. They are both stupid and do not matter.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Yara's 3 is Sandstorm. Inaros spins around really fast while making helicopter noises with his mouth. You get some damage reduction during this state and any enemies within range are flung into the air. This can be pretty decent CC for stuff like interception or defense, but the damage isn't that great and the energy cost is really high. But Sandstorm does have an augment and it's kind of okay, sorta. Elemental Sandstorm adds a little damage by proccing status effects based off your melee weapons damage types, but considering Inaros has access to a really consistent instant kill, you're just going to be using it for the CC anyway. Sandman's 4 is Scarab Swarm. That's not right. Holding down 4 drains your health and gives you the Scarab Swarm buff. This buff gives you bonus armor up to double your base, meaning that with Scarab Swarm and a max steel fiber, you have a lot of armor. That's what that means.
But wait,
You cry.
now I'm at a quarter of my health and I don't want to have to press 2 separate buttons to get it back.
Well, guess what? If you tap 4, Inaros will fling his bugs forward, consuming 25% of the buff, stunning all enemies hit, dealing okay damage, and healing you. This can spread to other enemies and give you a stupid amount of health. Scarab Swarm's augment makes it so that instead of being CC'd, you lose 3% of your Scarab Swarm. Tank! You have crazy consistent CC, and as long as you can stay awake, you're probably not gonna die. Inaros likes tank stats first, so get the basics out of the way. After that, range and efficiency are pretty good too. However, if you want to use Inaros to his maximum potential, there are two mods that are absolutely necessary. The first is Hunter Adrenaline. It's a strictly better rage that gives Inaros effectively infinite energy. The second is Negation Swarm. It makes you straight up unkillable. So you should use it. As for weapons, the only thing you need is a dagger and covert lethality. Get a Mark 1 kunai, take off your primary, and go to fucking town with your ceramic dagger, I don't know.